Episode 16, Shadows of the Past. The protagonist. Zennar night still hung heavy over the city, but inside Zennar's heart, a relentless storm raged, a storm that had begun in the final moments of Episode 15 when he discovered that the person tracking his movements wasn't an enemy, but someone from his past, and that image haunted him throughout the night. He sat on the edge of the bed in the cramped room where he and Layan had taken refuge. The yellow light flickered, and the silence was heavy and terrifying. Zennar clutched the medallion he'd found in the hand of the person who had saved them before he vanished, an old medallion, engraved with a strange symbol. The same symbol that had appeared in one of the documents they'd obtained from Shahab's facility. Layan stood by the window, silently battling her fear. She said, without looking at him, "What happened yesterday wasn't a coincidence, Zennar," he replied, still holding the medal. "I know, and what appeared wasn't ordinary. He seemed to know me." Layan turned to him, her concern evident. "You said he said your name. How? No one knows about you after the second crossing except me." He took a deep breath and said, "That's what's puzzling me. I don't remember anyone from the first world saying my name like that." Before he could finish, the cell phone he'd taken from the warehouse rang. An unfamiliar number. No name. Two people exchanged glances, then he answered. "Finally, you still know how to escape on your own." A strange voice, calm, but with a hidden layer of threat. Zennar said cautiously, "Who are you?" "It's not time for names yet, but listen carefully. Shahab's facility has moved, and you're their primary target. If you stay where you are for another 2 minutes, you won't get another chance to call me." Before he could reply, the line went dead. Layan gasped. "Who?" Zennar stood up immediately, put on his jacket, and said, "There's no time. We have to leave right now. Danger was closing in." Before they could gather their belongings, there was a terrible bang on the door. Someone was struggling to force it open. Layan gasped, "They're here." Zennar looked around quickly. The only way out was the back window, which opened onto a narrow courtyard between the buildings. He opened the window. A sudden blast of cold air, heavy footsteps on the stairs, and a clear voice. "Open up, Zennar. We know you're inside." A shiver ran down Layan's spine. Zennar held her hand. "Trust me, we'll jump and run. From here. That's too high. You won't fall. I'm with you." He jumped first, and although he landed hard on his leg, he managed to steady himself. He held out his hand to Layan. "Get down." Before she could get down, the door behind them broke open. A shout, "They've been caught." She jumped. They both fell to the ground in the courtyard. The chase began immediately. Shahab's men were leaping over the walls. The sound of their footsteps was close. Layan gasped, "We won't make it." Zennar held her hand tightly. "If we stop for a second, we'll be lost." When they turned down a narrow alley between the buildings, Zennar's eyes were fixed on the end of the corridor. But before they reached it, the man who had been watching them reappeared, the same face that had disappeared in the previous episode. His eyes were steady. He was wearing the same black jacket. He said with an eerie calmness, "Don't be afraid. Follow me if you want to live." Layan looked at Zennar. "It's him. The same person." Zennar stood up, half ready to escape, half confused. "You? Who are you? And why are you helping me?" The man gave a half smile and said, "My name. You'll find out when we get out of here. But for now, follow me." Shahab's men approached. Zennar made his decision. "We go with him." The underground escape. The man opened a small iron door behind an old garbage dump, stairs leading down underground. The sound of the chase echoed above their heads. They descended quickly. The air below was cold and damp, the smell of old earth and metal. The man walked ahead of them and said, "You think Shahab is the nightmare, but there's someone bigger than him. Someone who started all this. Zennar, bigger than Shahab. Yes, and the metal you have, it belongs to him." Zennar froze. With him? How? This metal is a symbol of his appearance, his crossing, everything that happened. The man continued, "You're not the first to cross time, but you're the only one who was able to return from it with powers." Layan looked at Zennar with wide eyes. "He knows everything." The man stopped. Finally, he found a wide space in the tunnel. The dim light shone on his face. He said with perfect clarity, "My name is Rimal, and I was like you." Zennar froze. The words hit him like an electric shock. Were you crossing time?" Rimal nodded. "Not once, but 5 times." Silence. A weight, a tremor of fear, and excitement, and astonishment. Then Rimal said the sentence that changed everything. "And you, Zennar, you're not here to save yourself. You're here to save time itself."